Roseanna, you have been on a quest for the last couple of years to build the next generation learning organization. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is? What is the next generation learning organization?
Well, from my perspective, Jennifer, the first generation learning organization, the research that built up and brought to our attention that effective leaders need to be teachers and learners. All the rich work of Noel Tishy and his progeny, I think, introduced us to the notion that for a leader to be effective, they had to be both a teacher and a learner at the same time. And that whole notion meant that organizations had to be willing to let go of the side of the pool and swim in the deep end of trusting each other, much like we do in a classroom. That's much easier said than done. That was an aha when we saw that research, because we found that leaders who had a vision and could communicate it in a teachable way would get back in a feedback loop from those who were following them ideas to take their vision to the next level, and it would be iterative. It would spiral and grow, as opposed to a traditional turn of the century command and control from the top down, an arrow that goes straight down and doesn't allow for any growth. That was powerful from a leadership development perspective. What we have found in what has happened over the last decade is the landscape of business has been constantly changing. I like to say we're being asked to do open heart surgery in an earthquake with chopsticks while it's raining. Everything's changing. And the life of our business and our people's growth and innovation is on the table. And so much has happened on the economic landscape that has influenced this, to be sure, over the last 10 to 15 years. But technology and what has happened on the technical landscape has rapidly forced us to look at the world of technology differently. Technology as competitive differentiator has taken on a whole new game. That's why I believe IT organizations have a unique opportunity to really become game changers. It's no longer enough to deliver excellent systems on time and on budget. You have to be more than that. You have to be able to change the game and be a competitive advantage. We see this happening with cloud. We see it happening with big data. So for me, the next generation learning organization has to deal with this changing landscape. That, coupled with our employee base. The millennials have introduced us to a whole new kind of talent. And the millennials' successors have taken that to the next game. So from my perspective, the importance of the learning organization cannot be overstated, but it requires a different kind of mindset from our leaders, from our strategy, and from our execution.